Matriarchies cannot exist. You know why? Because they don't have the force to support them. Let's look at
Hold
name
on,
me
hold on, hold
one
on, hold on,
major.
hold on. Hold
Yeah,
on.
sure, sure.
What do you mean? So a thing that doesn't have the force to support it cannot exist.
Not if it's supported by men, no. And we're talking about
Okay,
matriarchy,
hold
so
on.
no.
I just want to make sure. I'm getting more confused.
Okay, okay, yeah,
Okay,
sure.
so if I can, I know this isn't the words you use, but I want to summarize what I think I understand. The
Sure, sure.
patriarchy, do you believe the patriarchy exists?
Yeah, and I feel
Okay,
like it's the best system. I'll
okay,
say that as well.
and it is able to exist because men have the physical power to enforce it.
To support it, yes,
Okay,
yes,
and that a system that does not have the physical power to support it violently, if need be,
yes.
cannot
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 exist.
exist.
Yes,
And the ones
yes.
that are able to do that are better.
Not better. It's the best system, but are
You
able
said that you said
to.
the patriarchy is the best system.
Yes, yes, yeah. Well, compared to matriarch, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
100%.
so best all around or just better than matriarchy?
Just better than matriarchy, I guess.
Okay.
I would, yeah,
Okay.
come back to say
Do you
that. Yeah.
understand that we just described literal tyranny?
No, we weren't. No, we weren't. Not at
I'm
all. Not at
we
all. I mean,
definitionally did.
no, we didn't. All I was saying and determining was a system that's run by men, that is supported by men, where violence, if had to be necessary, were to be used, is a system that has survived generations across. Okay? Where there has never been a matriarchy that has existed that has been supported by just women. That's what I'm saying. That's not
There's
tyranny.
Okay, there's never been a system that has existed that has been supported by just men either. But that's not what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
there
That's not.
is.
Hold on, hold on, hold
Yeah,
on,
there
hold on,
has
hold on,
been.
hold
Yeah,
on,
there
hold
has
on, hold
been.
on, hold on, hold on. That's not what I'm calling tyranny, and that's the point that I want to stick to. Tyranny is the use of violent force to.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It is the use of violence to enforce an ideology.
No, it's not. That's not what tyranny is.
In a political, like in a political setting, like when in a party, and like I guess, yeah, you're right, I'm not speaking like the true definition, but when you have a
Okay.
tyrannical government, that
Okay,
is a
admit it.
government that I said I didn't, that I'm not using the strict definition doesn't mean that I'm incorrect.
Yeah, but then when you use these determining words, I mean they have weight behind them then. So you kind of, I mean
Yeah,
it's on
and what
me
I
playing
said
devil's advocate to push against that, you know?
but what I said described tyranny.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Your
Okay.
whole thing
Can you okay, can
describing
you
tyranny,
okay,
yeah, sure.
if I'm wrong about tyranny, can you tell me where I'm wrong? If I have it wrong, I will accept that, but I don't know where I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, I'll tell you where you're wrong. You literally describe tyranny as only being um, possible by having people who can stop it with necessary violence to enforce things, right?
I didn't say any of those things.
Yeah, you did, but go ahead. You know what? I'll
That's not how I
strongman your
defined
position.
tyranny.
Let me hear your position yet again. I'll strongman it for you.
Okay. When a government uses violence to enforce its ideologies or its will on its people,
That's what I just said.
I I did not understand what you said to mean the same thing as what I said. I think you used the words you used did not come across that way to me. But if we're on the same page
Sure.
that that's what
Hmm.
I'm saying tyranny is when a government uses violence to enforce its will on its people, its own people, or a system uses violence to enforce its will on its own people, that is a tyrannical system.
Okay, what makes it tyrannical? Just because men can enforce violence when need be.
The use of force, the use of violence to enforce its will, or the threat of violence to enforce its will on its people.
And you think that's tyrannical?
That is the definition. We just agreed that that is
No, it's
tyranny.
not. No, no. I never agreed with that. And you're
Okay.
wrong.
Hi, I'm Eli edits stuff. He's right about two things. I We didn't agree that that's the definition of tyranny. We agreed that that's the definition that I was using for tyranny. He's also right that that's not the definition of tyranny. It's the definition of fascism. So thank you for listening. Back to Eli explains stuff.
When it comes
Okay.
to thinking that that is that
Okay.
exact definition of tyranny.
Okay, so that's where we started. I said if I'm incorrect about what tyranny is, show me where I'm wrong. So that's what I think tyranny is when a government or a system uses violence or the threat of violence to enforce its will on its people. Are you saying that that's not correct?
I'm saying that that is not defined as necessarily tyranny. That's an aspect of government, but it's not necessarily defined and enclosed within this bracket of tyranny. That's what I'm saying.
So, okay, so can you tell me then what tyranny is? Because if that's not what it is,
Yeah,
then I have no idea what it is.
yeah. Tyranny definitively is kind of like authoritarian. Jesus Christ, I'm having a stroke. Authoritarianism, right? So, like an authority.
That's a form of tyranny, I think. Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, to like really look, in my opinion, like there has to be really big suppression for things to be labeled as tyranny, right? We have freedom of
Suppression or
speech.
oppression?
Yes, exactly. Yes. And you know, we can discuss right now, and we're
Well,
not
hold
getting
on.
taken
I
down.
didn't I
Yeah, sure.
that was an either or question. Suppression or oppression?
No, they are either or. They are mutually combined.
They're not. They're different words with different definitions, and that's why I'm asking you to
No, 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 no,
clarify.
no, no.
Hold
But
on.
in the terms of tyranny, they are combined. That's what
Okay.
tyranny does.
Which one
They
did
suppress
you
and they
mean?
oppress.
Okay. Okay. I
They
can take that.
suppress and they oppress. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They suppress and they oppress. You know,
Okay.
people that for in terms of their government, their message, their
Okay.
ideology, doctrine, they do both. We've seen this
Okay.
throughout history. Okay, we want to talk about Third Reich and all that. I mean, they did do that. They oppressed and they suppressed messages of other people. Okay, so they
Okay.
are mutually exclusive. Okay,
Okay.
they are.
So so if that's what tyranny is, um, in what way is that different from a patriarchal system?
Because patriarchal systems do not necessarily inherit the meaning that they will do that. It's just power of men. That's it.
Do what? Like oppress others and
Yeah, exactly.
okay. Do
Yeah,
you understand that? Do you
patriarchal
understand
does not inherit that.
that giving power to one group, giving power over the others to one group is definitionally oppressing the other groups?
No.
And
You know what?
if
I'll tell
I
you why.
hold on. If I have
Sure.
ultimate power over you and you don't
Sure.
have a say in what happens to you or what you do even, in what way are you not like how is that type of existence distinct from an oppressed existence?
Because within a patriarchy, you're another
That's
man.
not
You could
stop.
be an
That's not what I asked.
Hold
That's not
on,
what I
hold on,
asked.
hold on. I'm not finished. I'm not
That's
finished.
not
I'm
what I
not
asked you. I don't
I'm
care if you're finished. You're not addressing the thing that I
okay.
just said to you. And if you're not going to address the thing that I'm said to you, you're not going to talk.
I was gonna tie it in, but go ahead.
Okay. If I have ultimate control over you, what happens to you, and what you do, how is that existence distinct from an oppressed existence that doesn't have any, like, completely separate from the patriarchy or the matriarchy or anything else in a vacuum? That question.
Well, that in that turn in the way that you're wording it, then that would be tyrannical. Then that would be.
I didn't say tyranny.
If I
I just mean oppressed.
Yeah,
Okay.
and what did I say? Tyrannical, they have those terms that are
Okay.
used
Okay.
that are obfuscated.
Okay. My bad.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, no,
Okay.
you're good, you're good. But look, I mean, like, if you want to talk about patriarchy being not the right way, then what's a better way?
Egalitarianism, I think.
Do you think men and women are equal?
Yes.
How? How are
Like
men and women equal?
in every like measurable like I don't
Oh,
understand.
wow. In every measurable way? Is that what you were gonna say? You think men and
Equal.
women are equal in every measurable way?
Maybe we just have to define what we mean here because like I guess I'm talking about like value, importance, like agency. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
think
not what I'm talking about.
okay,
That's not what I'm talking about.
okay,
Men and women, that you're talking about citizenship. I'm
No,
talking about
I'm talking about
fundamentalization.
humanity, personhood.
Okay, exactly.
Okay.
Which they are valued as citizens, right?
No,
Okay, how are
no, hold on.
what?
Citizenship implies like nationality or this system to belong to. I don't
Being
care
a
about the
person
system.
in
Hold
the
on, hold on,
government.
hold on, hold on. Exactly. I don't care about the government. I care about the person that
And we're
exists
not talking
on.
about patriarchy.
Stop. No, hold on. Patriarchy isn't a government.
You're
Judaism
shifting the
is
goalposts. You're shifting the goalposts.
patriarchy is not strictly a governmental system. Patriarchy is a social system. Judaism is patriarchal.
And what's better?
Egalitarianism,
Okay,
a system in
you've
which
yet to
all people
you've
are
yet to
viewed as equal in their
and
value.
they are not. Men and women are not equal.
In their value?
Yes, they are
I
not.
completely disagree with you. You're done.
Okay, what women
You're not going to come on my live and do hate speech. That's what that was. You're done. You're not coming back up. I don't care. Men and women are equal in our value. I'm a humanist. That's where my morals come from. I'm a humanist. All humans have equal value, whether you're man, woman, white, of color, cis, trans, gay, straight. Everything exists on a spectrum. There is no right way to be. There is no normal. There is no standard. Yeah, hate speech. There is no normal. There is no standard. Men and women are equal. That's almost an hour for me. I'm out of here, guys. Take it easy.